Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves.
How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And join me today for my overview of the art of Marvel Snap from Dark Horse Comics. So let's go ahead and take a look at this book together. Did I say a Marvel art book? By Dark Horse Comics? I sure did. So a big thank you to the folks at Dark Horse Comics for sending us a copy of this art book. So, it is the art of Marvel Snap. And if you're not familiar with Marvel Snap, don't worry. I'm not either. I'm just a huge fan of art books. And I love Marvel Comics. And I love Dark Horse. So I had to check this out. It is a game on your phone. Does that sound like an old man describing what an app is? This does come sealed in plastic, and you do have a big leaflet right here, the art of the multiverse, and then kind of giving you a preview of what it looks like, what's in here, and then the retail price. So the retail price is $49.99. It's a little bit different, the description over here. It's a smash hit digital card battler. That's the way to describe it. So, you know, we've seen those before. We've seen card games. As a matter of fact, both of my brothers play. This is a really thick leaflet, by the way. Both of my brothers are fans of... One of them plays Marvel Snap. The other one plays... Oh, gosh. You know what? I'm not even going to try to remember. One of the coolest things about this book, and I don't think it can do it justice, is the chromium here is being shattered. So it kind of looks like pieces of chromium are just flying at you. But the entirety of the front and the spine is that chromium finish, kind of giving it that almost like a variant look to it. I assume they're all like this. It is absolutely beautiful. So here we have some of the characters with some designs of what we're going to be looking at, like Deadpool and Wolverine, Miles Morales, and America Chavez, Doctor Doom. So it's not just good guys. We also have villains there. And yes, what is that, a chibi Thor? All right, let's go ahead and crack this open and take a look at this different art that we're going to find in here. All right, let's go ahead and get this book open. Here's your end sheets, the art of Marvel Snap. I don't know if they've done a limited edition of this, like a slipcase edition or not, but this is the one that's available everywhere. Your table of contents broken down by introduction, the heroes, the villains, and locations. The book itself has 224 pages, and again, retails for $49.99. Here's your introduction by Jamaro Kindred. And then we get into the heroes. I do love the little teaser of the trading cards. So, they do credit all of the artists. I love that they do that for each and every one of them. They usually try to do it within proximity of the art. Sometimes they'll do it on the opposite side if there's not enough room. But like this is Ryan Benjamin right here. This is America Chavez. And they tell you a little bio on the characters too, like where she first appeared and the concept and the 1602 styling. So there's different versions of these characters. Like you have almost like their chibi size version right there. And then you have like the zombie version. So there's alternate reality versions of these characters. This is of course Armor. And it's all done in alphabetical order. Sanford Green. I don't know if I've ever seen him draw Bishop. That doesn't look familiar. And that's classic Bishop. That's like 90s Bishop in the way that a lot of people always remember him. Black Widow right there, and some Peach Momoko art. And of course, other artists. I'm so glad Blue Marvel is getting some love. I hope they bring him in the Rivals so people see just how much of a badass he is. He's a completely underrated character. And the different versions of Cable right here. That is a badass Cable. That is by Marco Itri, and the colorist is Ryan Kinnaird. So they do credit the colors. Now you'll have one big picture, and then you'll have what I call thumbnail size pictures, but let's just call them trading card size pictures right here. Let's skip a little bit so you can see a little more. There's Ironheart right there with a bigger picture in the middle. So you probably noticed that the big picture is always a double page spread. So we're going to need some good sewn binding. We'll look at the binding here in a little bit. And of course, the guy that took everyone's heart by complete surprise. And I love that Kevin, like even Kelly Thompson was surprised that they were adding this guy to the Marvel Snap game. When I interviewed her, she told me that she had no idea until Marvel called her and they were like, hey, we need to tell you something. We need to show you something. And she was like, what? And now he's huge in Marvel Rivals? Oh, man, I'd love to see an art of Marvel Rivals. Those designs. Oh, my goodness, Emma. Anyway, Lady Sif. That's cute. Yeah, I like the little... back in my day, we used to call them super deformed. But now it's chibi size. Glad they're including obscure characters, too. Not that Legion's obscure, but... just doesn't get enough love like Magic is getting these days. Nakia's there. Oh, Nakia's there. Nightcrawler. I thought that was a Leno Francis Yu piece, but nope, it is Will's Portasio. I love that guy's artwork. Absolutely love it. Professor X right here. There's some action shots, sometimes in the chair from the Krakoa era as well. So they are different versions. Like this is from the, oh, what was that called? The Demon Wars. Psylocke. Rockslide. He's such a... Okay. Didn't expect to see Rockslide in here. He's a character from the New X-Men. Or I guess it was... started as New Mutants, then became New X-Men from the Hellions. And then he was a big part of the New X-Men. Sarah. There's another character that I didn't think I'd see. She's from Angela. She's been around for... over a decade now, Silver Surfer. And then, of course, you've got the classics, right? You've got Spider-Man. You've got to have... I bet you have to have... there's no game without Wolverine if you're talking about a Marvel game. And I love that this kid right here is getting a lot of love. The Swordmaster. But let's get to the bad guy. Okay, Venom. That's a bad... oh, John Boy Myers. Yeah, it's a badass Venom. And, of course, the old Knucklehead right here. Is that a Phoenix Force Wolverine? I'm reckon, oh, Symbiote Wolverine's badass. That's Ken Lashley. He's a phenomenal artist. Zabu. Okay, and then we're getting into the villains, which now will have a purple frame, whereas over here it's like a white frame. So we've got Carnage. And again, in alphabetical order. Look, man, back in my day, Death didn't look that good. That's the way she looked when Thanos fell in... like when he fell in love with her. I didn't see it. Oh, Doctor Doom. Oh, that is awesome. Kim Jacinto. That one's awesome too. That's why I love art books, man. I love different artists' interpretations of these characters. That's why I like the fighting game art books. Hella, let me see. Hella. That's beautiful. Okay, that one's funny. The High Evolutionary. The Hood. Always was a big fan of Parker Robbins. I really like this character. I don't think he really got his due. Brian K. Vaughan created the character Juggernaut, and I don't... what? What? Okay. I don't remember those two stories. If you remember those stories, let me know in the comments, or is it just for the game? But yeah, I don't think... the Hood, I know he was used in New Avengers, but I don't think he got the love that he had the capability of getting. Ryan Benjamin again, and that is a cool picture. Pandart Studio, and that's an interesting Gandalf-looking Magneto. Mr. Negative right here from the pages of Spider-Man, Morbius. So some of these characters you might be familiar with, but if you're not like a big reader of Marvel Comics, some of them you might be like, who is that? So luckily, they tell you a little bit about these characters, and then we have locations. And of course, these are classic locations from the comic books, and probably from the movies too. Like the Daily Bugle, the Danger Room, Ego... the Fist Tower, the Gamma Lab, and the Hellfire Club. That's cool. So it's just the different settings in the game. I love that the Shadowland has a little hand ninja right there. And something there. The Vibranium. Oh, Wakanda. And the X-Mansion. That will always be my second home. And then your end sheets right here. So let's take a look at the binding. The book has a total of 224 pages. It is sewn binding, which is what you're going to need because we have these pictures right here for the double page spreads. You do have a little bit of gutter loss. It's not a ton, but I mean, it is very minimal. But I did want to point it out. Like, I mean, if you look at it in the middle, it's like you could see his knee, so that's fine. It is printed in this thick, glossy paper stock. But if you're looking like towards the front or the very back, it's very minimal, but there is a little bit of gutter loss. It's nice to talk about a book without like worrying about spoilers. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. These are exclusive to the... Damn, what's up, Def? Anyway, that's it, everybody. That, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this art book, don't forget to check out our sponsor.
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And that was the content, the page count, and build of this book. In the comments down below, let me know if you're a fan of art books, if you've even played the Marvel Snap game, or if you've never heard of it. Leave all those comments down below. Smash that like button on the way out. Surely somebody is working on a Marvel Rivals art book, right? And I'm so glad that Udon is going to reprint and add more to the Capcom vs. Marvel art book, coming out later this year. But that is it, everybody. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.